Every big leader in the country or across the globe has a certain base, and from it they receive or take inspiration, and this inspiration is reflective in their conduct, in their policies, movements that they often carry out to bring about social transformation or to contribute to nation freedom movement. But what is unfortunate part here is that we are wrongly educated about these people, and this is really dangerous for the generation. Guys, we have figures such as Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi. All these people have certain form of inspiration. For example, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar takes inspiration from a very popular American philosopher called John Dewey. He was a much supporter of pragmatism, and therefore we can relate Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar's approach, especially in solving out these social problems, economical problems. Similarly, we have Mahatma Gandhi, who was much fascinated by Tolstoy, a Russian philosopher who was an idealistic, and therefore Mahatma Gandhi took inspiration from him and became idealistic too. In fact, one of those theories of Mahatma Gandhi called the heart theory, which Mahatma Gandhi propounded, was the base which reflects Tolstoy overall understanding about humanity, about world. This heart theory of Mahatma Gandhi deals with one single aspect of human life, is that if you really want to bring about change in the world, you must be the change. In fact, this is one of those famous sayings of Mahatma Gandhi. Now, this particular idea or a saying emerges right from this very idealistic theory or this heart theory concept, that we have to change our heart and the world around us would be changed itself. Every step, every movement or policy which Mahatma Gandhi propounded, carried out in order to contribute to nation freedom movement, was all inspired by this idealistic approach. Now the next question arises, is it right to criticize someone because of their specific approach, philosophy they adopted and carried out? The answer is no. We don't need to judge people on the basis of these politically forwarded messages and understanding and writings about these leaders. Guys, we have to come out together and we need to understand it with conclusive proof. And this could only be possible when we read them about their work, our own, and then we will learn how their approach was. So when social transformation is a matter in a country like India, which is seen as a sole or a base reason for why British came and other dynasty came and ruled over India, then this social transformation has to be and can only be achieved through this heart policy or this heart theory, because Gandhiji perceived Indian society as fragmented within it, and therefore this fragmentation has to be converted into some consolidation, and this is only possible when people living in the section bring about those important changes in their heart and empower people who are depressed. And this is the only way out to make entire society united. So he has this very idea that first the oppressor must bring change in their heart, which will then empower the depressed and the oppressed section, and that will bring about the social transformation. So how beautifully he tried to handle this all situation, all problem, and at the same time sought for this social transformation. Now the question may come then, how much he was successful during this social transformation movement on the basis of his hard theory, on the basis of all these movements which he carried out, taking an inspiration of this idealism, can be the one for all of us to understand and read about it. But I think this should not be at all for any one of us to criticize these leaders just because of some leaders have told us, because politicians and their writings are predominated with their self-interest, and therefore they create a certain kind of version of these famous popular figures in order to defile them, disregard them, just to place them ahead of them. This is one of those brutal reality of politics. This particular video is only to those who really want to know some political figures conclusively. Then please try to read their inspiration, their base of movements, their base of conduct. Specifically, I'm talking about philosophy. If you know the philosophy these people are inspired by, it will be very easy for you to conclude what kind of personality and his psychology had been throughout the campaigns he ran, right? And in this way you could be all conclusive in your understanding about these leaders, and you should not be falling in this political traps, calling and eschewing these famous mass figure. Guys, you also need to understand that on the one hand we criticize Mahatma Gandhi, calling him insignificant personality that has done nothing as such big to nation freedom, but at the same time we also see his picture imprinted on Indian currency. Don't you find this contradiction between the two? How can one who has been so insignificant and incompetent, at the same time his face is on the currency? Guys, these are those things which we have to be contemplating about, and gradually we must proceed towards the final conclusive idea of that personality. I'm sure once you try this method to understand these mass figure and popular figures, at least you will not end up criticizing them but learning something from them. And this is what is my basic or the root reason for why I'm creating this video, prime reason, right? This is what I wanted to share in this video. Till then, take care, bye bye.